Manners, respect. We back at it again. We back at it again. Welcome, welcome, people. All right, so I tell the people, I tell us, I'm gonna go through this. I'm doing this journey. I'm doing this journey of finding ourself, which is not lost, right? Ourself is not lost, but ourself is not being highlighted. How about that? Our journey is so rich, but our journey is not being highlighted. Our journey is so rich, but our journey is not being highlighted. People tell some kind of get I am growing into this exploration, highlight of us greatness. Because me I tell you say it's so sweet when when you just find more information. It's like ooh, other than the information where you know already, or where people try to force down your throat, right? That's no good to your mental health. So again, we're on this journey. So I always I get information as I'm going along. I'm getting more information. It's like look at this, look at that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's like so. This is Africa Diaspora. It's a channel on YouTube too. These people again. There's channels out there that's dedicated to shedding the light on our accomplishment, shedding the light on our growth, shedding the light on history, how it's not given to us. Just just turning on the light in every room that was dark before. And I love that. I love the fact that if you look 1 degree to the right, you'll see what you're supposed to see. Instead of just focus on things that are not worth seeing or talking about or highlighting. Whatever it is, we are the contribution to our downfall. So everybody is 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 guilty of not being perfect. Everybody is guilty of not being perfect. So if we're guilty, we have to try change it. So this channel now, I was just surfing. I'm gonna tell you, say, when you're in the right space, the information are gonna come. So this channel is one of the program I was listening to. So again, I'm talking about great people. So listen to her talk about this gentleman. And again, it's like the information just comes along, and I'm learning too, right? So listen as we proceed.
Types of officials that you can tell came from different pretty powerful institutions and groups and committees to and moved by this small country. But I've been talking about them for some time now and completely intuitively. So, in my desire to learn more about this place that I've never been, I started to do and dig more and more into this nation. Family, I came across a lecture by His Excellency Ambassador Ariel Desta. I pray that I said that right. Don't hold it against me if I mispronounce it, please.
Okay, and that's the next thing. Um, if those are the things that people are gonna look at, right? And not the overall message. I keep on saying you're not gonna agree with everybody on everything. But when they make the point them that makes sense, that's what you guys are supposed to understand. Like me say, we're not cute enough for the on camera all the time so people can say, okay, he's cute, let's listen to him. Right? So I am just here to carry the message, educate each other. Someday I'll probably be on camera, but again, it's not everybody who has to be doing the same thing, right? So when she says excuse the pronunciation, yes, sometimes you guys have to excuse the little things for us to continue. Yeah.
This is a kind of a lengthy lecture that he did with what's known as the FDU Global Education. This really is seated in like this collegiate setting, yes? And there were different types of officials there that you can tell came from different pretty powerful institutions and groups and committees to question him. He did a lecture, he did a presentation, it had slides and all kinds of stuff, and it was kind of lengthy. Family, this is from November 2006, from November 8th to be exact. November 8th, 2006. So don't ask me why, but I'm kind of nerdy on this kind of stuff and I am just kind of obsessed with it. I came across, it's an 8-part series. He makes a statement in one of the 8 segments that I watched that I found extraordinarily fascinating. And it certainly put even more for me in context some of the issues and the plight that the Eritrean people have had to stand against white supremacist imperialism. He gives us a good clue. Watch this clip.
Download that. Okay, so again, with these videos that I use, right? There's always commercials in them. What I do is I watch it before, play the commercials, so when I'm using it, I can fast forward and get to the point, right? So again, we understand that people have to, you know, get paid for their job, pretty much, or get paid for educating, because the people who are not educating us is getting paid anyways, right? Let's continue.
In this agreement, which we call Algiers Agreement, there are about 4 tenets, key tenets. Number 1, to delimit the common border on the basis of pertinent colonial treaties, 1900, 1902, and 1908, and applicable international law. To establish a neutral international boundary commission, which is EEBC, at The Hague to delimit and demarcate the border, the common border. The decision of the boundary commission to be final and binding. Invoke Chapter 7 against the party of the violating the Algiers Agreement. In 2002, the EEBC, or the Eritrea-Ethiopia Boundary Commission, gave a verdict. In the 2 years from 2000 to 2002, both of us presented all the documents, treaties, and maps. Unfortunately for the Ethiopians, they presented a map to them with the main city, Badme, inside Eritrea. Anyway, this is what has happened. I'm just trying to touch bases on this issue.
Wow, family. Did you hear that? Did you hear him quote former Secretary of State of the United States, John Foster Dulles, at that time? John Foster Dulles was a former, as I said, Secretary of State. Family, he served under President Dwight Eisenhower, family, from from 1953 until his resignation in 1959. Did you hear our dear brother, Mr. Desta, tell us, beloved, that the United States of America, around the same time, allowed Libya, for example, and Somalia to receive their freedom, their own sovereignty, but Eritrea didn't because the United States of America wanted to use and did use their land for a communications base to spy on Vietnam? What? I can assure you there's a lot of stuff in history that I don't remember in school. I promise you they didn't teach me that.
Okay, and that's the next thing. Is for us to find out what our history is all about. Now that we have the opportunity to do certain things, it's for us to do the things that's necessary. As we proceed to educate, there's enough things. People, I'm telling you, say, there's so much to go over. With history so rich, and it's like say we have time, but we don't have time for what's important.
Now that's deep. Now, in the context of all this propaganda that they put out against our beloved family in this beautiful and very strategic country, how many of us knew that? I have to say, of this pretty lengthy lecture and his answering question, I found him extraordinarily fascinating. I looked a little bit into his life, and if this piece from the Washington Diplomat is correct, of course, this is from many years ago. This article is from 2010. Now, this is a different article now that I'm reading from. It was given a little bit of background on who he is, and it says that he has 13 years. Of course, may he rest in peace. He's passed away now, of course, former Ambassador Desta. But at the time that this was written, it says that he was appointed ambassador to the United Nations in December of 2005. It said he has some 13 years of experience in foreign affairs, 11 years of relief work with his country's ambassador to the Nordic countries, with a resident in Stockholm, Sweden. And from 2002 until his appointment, it said prior to that, for several years, he was Minister of Council of Eritrea's embassy in Beijing, China. It says from 93 to 94, he served as first secretary and consul at the Consulate of Eritrea in Canada, 82 to 91. He served on the board of Eritrean Relief Association in Sudan from 82 to 93. He was executive director and chair of the Eritrean Relief Association Canada Board of Directors in Ottawa. It talks about the fact that he was a computer programmer with the petroleum.
I'm just listening to her just rant off all the position that he held, and I'm telling you, anybody and everybody that we pull up and highlight, and I'm saying I was just scrolling, and then it's like, and she's just like, okay, you're doing your program on great people. Here you go. Here's some more information on great people, and that's what I'm saying. Everything is just being connected. So then I can go do some more research on him. But she's given us his entire dossier on who he is, right?
Company in Calgary from 80 to 82. It goes on to talk about from 72 to 1976. He was the head of the meteorological application section of Ethiopian Meteorological Services in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. And from 63 to 72, he served as the weather forecaster for the Civil Aviation Administration and Asmara, which I believe is the capital of Eritrea. It goes on to say he got his diploma in weather forecasting from Stanmore Meteorological Training Center in London in 69.
Bro, look, I am just saying, it doesn't, our story, it's just, she's excited just like I am, just going over the details. That's what I'm trying to show you. When you look into the details of us, you're so amazed. You're so And she said it's some of the things that is not taught in school. That's what I'm trying to show you. Sometimes listening to people, it's like within myself, I know what they're saying is wrong. That's it, the spirit of us. We just know, right? And sometimes people just give you enough proof you understand what go on anyway. So it's just amazing just listen to people talk about how great how great we are, right? As we continue.
A BS degree in mathematics, the University of Nairobi, Kenya in 1980, an MA in atmospheric physics at the University of Toronto, Canada in 85. I got to tell you, he's married with 5 children. May he rest in peace. This man is beyond. You hear me? So I was stunned.
Okay, and that's and that's what I'm saying though. When our story this when I'm learning about these things, it's because it's not things that we would have a conversation about, like, did you hear about this great person, do you know this great person? we it's so superficial. It's like it's it's just we're the ones who's causing the problem. We're the ones who're not looking at ourselves, and I keep on saying that we don't see each other as we continue.
And I was obsessed, and I could not stop watching every episode of this lecture that he gave in 2006. Y'all, that's almost 20 years ago. Not quite, but almost. Yes. Thank you for this education. I'm a little child. I know I'm a novice at this, but I'm eating it up and I'm so fascinated. And I've got to say, it makes so.
And you see, and exactly how I feel about, like, for the whole month that I've been doing these videos, right? Because these are not lives. These are videos I'm creating. I'm just using the live to create them so I can always go back and play them over again, right? But I am just enjoying every video that I make, and then I listen to it later on. I can see the meaning of what's happening, right? So let's just listen to and then I'm gonna eventually I wanna find the series of his lectures. I'm telling you, there's so much of this stuff that I'm just looking forward to get into, and this is just the start.
Much sense, and it gives me an even greater respect, among many, many other things, as to why I respect the nation and the country. May he rest in peace. Salute to our glorious brother, former Ambassador Desta. Yes, my name is Vicky Dillard, beloved. Be sure to give us a big thumbs up. Be sure to comment below. Be sure to check out my website and my school at vickyplanet.com, my spiritual school. It doesn't matter what your religion or spiritual background is. My principles, I teach us universal principles. It'll shape your life, give you major breakthrough in every area of your life. vickyplanet.com. Be sure to share the broadcast here from After Diaspora News Channel.
Okay, and you see, she's promoting herself, and that's beautiful. So that's why I'm asking you guys to just like, comment on the videos them that I do, because I'm trying to create a solid, so later on in the years we can always go back and listen. Because again, it's not for me to make it sensational or TikTok content or the waste time content, right? So again, as we continue, people, it's all about education, us understanding, learning and growing, getting better, right? Again, I say I'm not I've always done this. I'm not new to this, right? But the work that I put in, it's not there yet, right? So Part two of tonight's lesson is still continuing on the theme of unity, right? And getting things together so we can start making things better, right? And we have to start somewhere. Again, for me just again, my channel is not about just cooking. It's about my sauces. It's about my merchandise and all of those stuff too, right? But I can't just come on here all day and say buy my sauces, buy my sauces, buy my sauces, right? I have to have other aspect of who I am. So one of the programs that I listen to is Producer Wayne TV, right? And it's a program. I think it's for highly intelligent people because some people can't listen to understand if you're not talking about a specific topic that they're familiar with. Then they're not in the interest of listening. That's why I'm saying I was a silent listener and still a silent listener for years. It's good to listen and then take in information impartially, right? Again, this is the key. Now, I said we have to deal with manners and respect. We have to deal with unity. We have to deal with supporting each other. We can't just not see the worth of us. That's why I'm gonna highlight all of these great people and highlight the people who are highlighting great people so we can create a community. I say there's if everything out there is just junk, that means the only thing people can listen to is junk. But if many channels out there show good stuff, right? Then you're gonna gravitate. More people is gonna gravitate. The people them tired of them stuff that's not making their brain feel stimulated, right? They're gonna gravitate eventually to the stuff that's gonna stimulate their brain. And that's the objective we're supposed to be trying to reach, right? That's a goal we're supposed to be trying to attain. Okay, so on today's program, on producer Wayne program, he was talking about some stuff that I totally agree with. So I wanna play, right, what he was talking about as
It
we proceed.
is. So we told you that we're going to introduce to you this initiative and we invite your feedback as to what we are going to introduce to you, the People's Tribunal and the Global TV Center for Justice. Let me pull up things by my phone and I can pull up it closer to me. Hold on there. I'm going to read two documents. You'll have a bit of duplication, like Andrew Holness, housing, Galangin. But never mind, you will get it. Right. Now let me do this one first. Right. Hold on. Bear with. Let me fix my phone so I can see it good enough to read it. Right. The Global TV Center for Justice is a groundbreaking concept to design a leverage to the power of media to promote justice and accountability on an international scale. We must stop isolating ourselves, Jamaica, because we live in a global world. And the things that happen in a global world affects us.
Okay. And that's what I'm saying though, with thinking that you're the only person in the situation that you're in. We're all in the same we're all in the same boat with similar situation. We're all in the same boat with similar situation. All of the people that want good. The people them will accept what it is, accept what it is. Now if every individual just a do what them a do individually, right? Them not gonna get anywhere. There's never ever gonna be any change. I talked to my brother today and I say, yo, bro, if nobody changes anything, what do you think? It's gonna change itself? If everybody's seeing the same problem and talking about the same problem with no solution, it's still gonna be a problem. So the people them that comes up with the solution and go, okay, fine, I'm gonna reach out to somebody else with this solution. And this is what I'm saying. It's not gonna be the majority who changes things. It's gonna be a minority of people who changes things. And the ones who want change is gonna follow. It's gonna be a minority of people who changes things, and the people who want change is gonna follow. Because it doesn't matter how good things is, people still is not gonna want. Not everybody's gonna want things to be the way it's supposed to be. Because I talk about Burkina Faso already, and how Abraham Traore is putting in the work to show not just him, but the other two countries that joined him, to show that you don't have to be corrupt. You don't have to think for yourself. So these things that producers talking about, it's not just these alone, but other ideas that is gonna benefit everybody as we proceed.
This innovative platform aimed to bring attention to global injustice, amplify marginalized voices, and engage the global audience to engage in meaningful dialogue about human rights and the rule of law. The objective of the Center for Justice are awareness and education, which is one of the major part, which will be the starting point, and we hope we can get feedback on. The primary objective of the Global TV Center for Justice is to raise awareness about human rights issues worldwide through informative documentaries, interviews, and live broadcasts. The center aims to educate viewers on complex legal matters and the impact of social injustice. Under the awareness and education, one of the first campaign that I would like us as a group to channel is bring back civic in our school.
Okay, and that you see, that one of the things me did I talk about. Remember, I couldn't even remember the word civic. I know civic. And just hear people are talk about it, so if you bring it back, right? And not just in a school. Me say if like we pick a night where we say all of the people them know about civic, them can tune in, right? And we can have a discussion about civic, right? All of the things that me say, why can't we do it? And that me I say, why is it we just have to sit down and look on the problem instead of come up with the solutions? Because if we're solution driven, it's way better than problem creation. Okay, you see, with when I talk about what the video that I played with Abraham going to the school and telling themselves to um stop saying Burkina Faso is a poor country. It's a rich country. So changing the mindset. And that me talk about mindset in a stone, in a cement, in a concrete, in a headstone. That's what mindset in. You have to be able to think in and out of situation. We have to think about solution. All of them heroes that we talk about from all of these people in the past, all of them people they were problem solvers. They were all creators, geniuses. And that me say, we're always smart, we're always intelligent. That's why we come to the point now where me say we don't have conversation, we just have argument. And it's not people who have sense, it's not people who have sense conversate. People that don't have sense argue. So all of them things I'm detailing all of these stuff and all of these stuff. Eventually, it's all gonna it's not gonna be played out because it's always gonna be playing. Our story doesn't end. That's why I say all of them people that set all of these standards. All of them people always set all of them the levels. They're worth highlighting. I may say when I link up with producer, these are the areas I'm want to go into, right? Research and finding out colleges, universities, because me tell you said the greatness of us is not it's me tell you say sometimes we come on the program, I'm gonna look on it and it's an hour and a half. And I'm saying, wow, that's quick. Because it's like an adventure every time I talk about these people. I'm telling you, so tonight it's no different because I'm telling you, so how it start off is just me I scroll and I find listen to one thing I end up with end up with a professor when me have to go research, and now me I talk and now reach to this professor, right, who's talking about his program that he's gonna be creating. And I said there's so much other programs we can create because back then there was so much programs we had. Them have the Black Liberty Movement, the woman movement, the black woman. Them have a million move. There's no movement. Then come out with one Black Lives Matter synth. Then come out with one Black Lives Matter synth the people and run off with the money. Ah, I am just saying, how comes the creativity has come down to like everybody doing the same thing? It's like all of the great people, them everybody take them own feel. Sure, me go on with this here because there's so much more.
Cool. So that is one of the major thing I would want us to champion under the awareness and education is to bring back civic education in our schools. Number two, amplifying marginalized voices by providing a platform for individuals and community often overlooked by mainstream media. We know that happen a lot. The center seeks to amplify voices. This includes stories of indigenous communities, refugees, and victims of human rights abuse. Number 3,
Hold on. Just want to touch upon that. Like, even one night with like the farmers them, because you see, up, queen. So like how we say, like we have the farmers them calling and I talk about the farmer story. Good story, bad story. How them plant them yam and then get the teeth and all of them something there. See like how the lady we get her plant them teeth last month. We would have her, right? I say our story, how she go through the struggles that she go through for plant our stuff them and then people teeth it. That's why I say we have so much room for we open it up. We're just playing like, we have one little bit of match, little bit of fire catch us and we could have, one time the whole ocean of gasoline and we have the matches for just light that and I just flame them. And that me I talk about. Can I tell you something a little bit? My love play with fire. No, me one chef, but tell you something, I love play with fire. So me being a chef is like natural. And again, say, me a 9/11. So again, me a fire. So all of them things I say, if we come together, we can open up this. Yo, me tell you something, I love you review them on your channel still, you if you go and do ya, go and do ya. Cause me love good music too, but again, them things that we can explore still. But as him gonna speak,
promoting legal accountability. The center collaborates with legal expert and human rights organizations to highlight injustice by showcasing these cases. The center engages legal accountability and support efforts to bring perpetrators to justice. Like how we're called for justice for the young man where Bell Nevis shot, even though now then turn around arrest Chad for this chopping, but we don't hear nothing about Bell Nevis for the chopping. As well as we want to hear there's many issues of justice outstanding where Mocha need to speak to us about, where the police killing, where a lot of police will need to be brought to justice. So there's a lot.
You're welcome.
Can be covered under promoting legal accountability. Fostering a global.
Look, me tell you, and that's one of the thing, you see, all of we have our own talent, we have our own style. There's no way we supposed to did it and not support each other. That's the thing, It's nothing. Me I tell you, it's simple. The thumbs up button, The comment section, it's so important to the algorithm, them, and we did it with all 500 people. 500 people there for y'all 10 hours on your live. And them did it. And then them not pressed it. Just all you have to do is just say, all right. Because if you press the thumbs up button, all you do is just help the algorithm. Nobody now know your phone number. Nobody no care about your address or if you're pretty or if you're ugly. All it is just participation. All you have to do is just help out each other. It doesn't cost us to help out each other. I swear. And that may I try to show you how simple it is that we don't support each other. That are the simple things. Everybody are come, yeah man, a true man. No, not true, because you don't participate. You guys don't participate. You guys don't. Every channel, when time I look on the like videos, them when I watch the backside, I need to empty it and start over again. But me say, if me click on the channel, me have to give them then like. The ones them me watch them commercial. Cause me know say commercial I will make the channel them. Sometimes we did listen to the commercial more than the program. Me just I say sometimes we just listen to the commercial until we catch up. Me say, oh yeah, this me did I listen to. Me I tell you the honest truth. But me just I say the simple fact that we don't support each other and it doesn't cost anything. A man I go look upon you and tell you say, remember me when you get rich. You know what I'm gonna tell you say? Me nah support you till then. Cause if they will support you, obviously you're gonna remember them. Obviously, if they must support you, it's a guarantee you're gonna remember them. But when you get rich, you're gonna say, but me remember you. And you say, but me never remember say me did tell you say you remember me. Oh yeah, you did tell me that, but you never support me. But you did want me to support you too. And I don't understand that we are the issue sometimes. So me just continue play what him said before we get because me say we can create so much programs that's positively paying each and every one away. Because we main goal of it to reach 1,000 subscribers, right? Yeah, you're rich and you where the hell you go switch to? Like that makes sense. It makes sense. So me just go and make him go and talk because I tell you say it's so refreshing to hear say we start the process of implementing stuff instead of just talking about the problems because we can solve the issues. The issues are solvable. Again, we are problem solvers. Every one of the people them that I've been talking about, all of them people here are problem solvers in any field, from science, technology to bounty hunter to 688 or them workout, all of the meals, all of them things that they're problem solvers, and they were always put in situation that wasn't favorable to them, which means nobody never said, well, say we're gonna give you a little help. I read about it. The man said, them put them in a position to feel. The man said, him a go court martial them. And them have to say, well, if you court martial, we are going to court martial you too. So let me just finish off this because I keep on saying it though. If all of the people them were so great before, how comes them great people are just dead off? So what am to we?
Fostering a global dialogue. Through panel discussion and interactive program, the Global TV Center for Justice fosters dialogue amongst viewers from different culture and social background. This exchange of perspective aims to build a more informative and empathetic global community. What we hope to do under the banner of number 4 is me think Chad get paid off. Do you think so? Because Chad and his sister look like them appear along with this thing in a beat and teach. We hope to make on the world who are like-minded for justice and accountability globally. So that's what we aim to do under number 4. It's a broad scope. This is not a ownership of global TV thing. This is an initiative for all of us to work collectively. No.
And at that match, I show you, say, once we come together and we start thinking at the same direction, right? Once we can come up with ideas different ideas, different perspective. The man them build them own cars, electric cars, right? Them build it in them own country, in Africa, right? I watch it yesterday and seeing our creativity is unlimited and unbound, right? Just we have to just have the collective mind, the collective minds.
Now, the People's Tribunal, complementing the Global Television Center for Justice, will be the People's Tribunal. This is an initiative designed to engage citizens in the pursuit of justice. The tribunal functions as a symbolic, hold on, function as a symbolic court. Note the word symbolic court, where cases of social and environmental justice are presented, debated, and judged by a diverse panel of experts and ordinary citizens.
And that's one of the things. We need to get the people them with the college, university professor, those people forget to talk. Because of them people that have the sense, the people that might study for 30, 40 years. We not hear from them people there. Those are the people where we supposed to reach out to and try find them people there. If we can get them on the panel, if we can get more of them people there out. Because me tell you, said the excitement I feel about just the changes of we're fed up and tired of, we're just tired of I just stuck right here so we're not gonna away. It's not even moving. And that's why I say if you turn the past around to the future, it's gonna be the same unless we change it. That's why I say it's so important for we understand, and we're not in a no hurry for accomplish things, because when we're in a hurry for accomplish things, it's always end up in a way it's not built properly, it's not built solid. But once we start build it solid from we heart, that are the first thing. We build it from our heart, because if we have our heart invested in anything, we know when we heart get hurt. That's a number one. Like-minded people. Like my me say, if you try convince somebody to love you, you go dead without love. Again, if you try convince somebody to love you, you go dead without love. Because they don't have to unless they want to. I always say that you cannot force a person to do something they don't want to do. So it's best to find somebody who's gonna be like you, more than you try change somebody who done say they not like you already. And there was that situation where the woman said she never liked the man, and the man end up with the woman, and everybody was saying, hey, but in the beginning she said she didn't like you, so how much do you think it's gonna work? But again, it's not for me to be in those situations. It's for me to understand those situations are there. We can create anything we want, we have the brains, we have the skills, but we don't have the respect of each other. You take the job and you know say you're not gonna do the job, you don't know before you even take the job, say you know what the job. Yeah man, yeah man, yeah man, yes, 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 give me the money. uh, I'm just hear it over and over and over. But him say him a go do it. But him say, but she say, but them say. But again, if they say and don't do, You can't convince them to do. So I could just finish up with producer Wayne, because I tell you, say, there's so much greatness about us. I keep on saying it. Every anybody when me know, me always try to tell them, say, look, anything that you will want accomplish, you can accomplish it. If you want accomplish it, people can help you, you know. But at the end of the day, you have to write the test for yourself. Manners and respect, Miss Yellow. See you tonight. Boy.
citizens. So under that heading of the People's Tribunal, what we would hope to do is have a social media panel where we have expert if we can, and depending on everybody to help in this, in inviting the people who you know who are experts who
And that's the thing. You can't vouch for nobody. You don't know. I say, no, know nobody. Don't you guys know anybody who's good? You don't absolutely know everybody we're bad. I can't believe that blows that. Me say, no good people, no good doctors, not good. Nobody we can say, all right, let me do a little interview with this person and just say, okay, this is what this person have to say. Instead of not just highlight the people them that has nothing good to say, the people them not have no sense. They don't have any sense. And of them I get the highlight. So that's why I say, okay, then fine. Name one good politician. Them saying there's none. There must be one, two people. And look, man, you know, find the good people them who are doing the good job and encourage them. Find the people who are looking out for the best interests of the people. Because I tell you, say, when these people were fighting, I keep on saying they weren't fighting just for black people. They were fighting for the betterment. Phone call. But always get a phone call, you know, within my life. People, I'm just saying, we know good people. So if we know good people, we can always recommend good people. Right? It's up to us to find the good people, to promote the good people, to link up with the people that want to do good, right? And create a community like we used to have. Because enough time you go up on the platform them and you can tell, say, yep, this I get up. So create a good platform where people can come and drop in and listen and talk and go about them business. And then if you look over them shoulder if them are gonna get hunted out the road. That's not how it's supposed to be for everybody. There's people want to live their life like that, you know. There's people wants to be gangsters, so let them be gangsters. So the same thing you might talk about, it's about the community and how we can create it, even in the internet space.
experts who are willing to participate, where we look at the various different issues of corruption and injustice, where we have expert bringing information, evidential information to us. So that's what we hope to do with the People's Tribunal, where we have experts and citizens come together. Especially one of the places where this would serve well is the whole housing debacle at the moment, where and it that involves the two social housing project, the indigent and the new social housing, as well as the NHT scam and debacle. So those are things that people could present their argument. We have experts especially, for the 600 and 650 million belonging. So there's a lot we can cover under that. So the features of the People's Tribunal is public participation.
Okay, and that one of the thing I totally agree with, right? The public participation, the group platform them where people can come in and them can voice them opinion and say what they have to say instead of being a particular one-sided or only sided. It's not balanced. I have to write a letter to them about the very fact of balance. One of the things I say, we're all in the same boat, only in different situation, similar situation. So, on to fill with night lesson, late night chat. So I'm gonna say I've been going through so much amazing people for the whole month. Like the people them just set a standard from Jackie Robinson to and again it's balance, right? Louise Bennett. We did Louise Bennett. Me try read a couple of our poem them and me know say probably get crucified for them there, right? We do BS Boss Reeves, right? Me talk about say him a film great grandson in the National Football League, see Canadian Football League, the hockey. One of them a play hockey, right? Me talk about Elijah Mohammed, right? All of them people is people where Nani, me talk about Nani from the Maroons, right? Me talk about WEB Dubois. All of them people I'm talk about, it's people where within their existence, them set a standard that even live to today. I tell you, say them have like a statue, a monument for um for Bass Reeves, right? And he was the original Lone Ranger. Them say they created the Lone Ranger, and that's pretty much who the character was based off of, right? So all of them people that when we find and it's like it's so amazing. The 688, right? The movie where they make both the meal, the sorting of the meals, how important it was back in the days when them people are in a war and keep in touch with the families, with their families, and even then the struggles that they had to go through and everything else. So the ladies who did the calculation for Catherine Johnson, Dorothy Vaughan, and Mary Jackson, who did the calculation for each of the moon for NASA. All of those people, right? Tell us said all of these stuff is our history and it's so rich because I tell us when we start talk about them things here, just like the lady earlier when she had talked about that gentleman that had to go do the research and it's so amazing to them people. We carry the world. We carry the world. I wanna do some half an hour things, but the half an hour things them I can't get enough in half an hour. But there's this video that I wanted to talk about with they have this situation with the people them and then it come down to Trump again. Or the people them vote for Trump and then Trump show the people them out of the country and all the people them are ball, right? I must say it's like then get tricked. But I'm saying the man did tell them from before, I'm gonna get rid of all criminals, and then get rid of all criminals. Now they're all upset with me one cause then get rid of all criminal, get rid of whoever. What I'm just saying is what them vote for, right? I am just saying it's what they vote for.
For the first time in the
And meanwhile, okay, so this lady eventually I'm gonna introduce her too, but for now, So I said today. uh, okay, so America, land free of everybody except who? That's what you guys gotta look into, man. Because I tell you, say now everybody are turned on everybody, right? Because today they had this thing with or the Hispanic people them. The Hispanic people them are freak out and say, oh, how dare the Hispanic people them vote for Trump. The Hispanic people them are freak out with the Hispanic people them are say, how they vote for Trump. So we did want to do a little thing on that. It's like just to show you that in every race, right, them have divide in every race. But I know every race backs up, you know me I say, them have differences, but that they have differences, but them not just go around and just box up each other. There's issues, but them deal with it more so than us. That's what I'm saying, right? So the Colombians and I think the Mexicans are are pretty much going at it because you know they all voted for Trump because they wanted Trump to kick out. They wanted Trump to kick out the criminals, but Trump didn't give them a classification of what he considered criminals. So in their mind, they thought, okay, a criminal is only a person who walks with a gun. A criminal is a person who commits um, um, stealing, robberies, stuff like that, right? But when Trump says criminal, he was talking everybody who wasn't him. No, I know. We're not supposed to take horrible things for laugh, but look at it though. That's what I'm trying to show you. And what they have in their mind is something totally from what he has in his mind, right? So he has one thing in his mind and they have one thing in their mind. So now it's like, okay, so everybody's winning, right? Ah, you guys voted him to throw you guys out, so everybody's winning. And he's not just throwing out some, he's throwing out all that don't look like him. So that's just my thing on that, right? It's funny that they get somebody who says he's gonna do what he's gonna do, and they they hate him for doing what he's doing. Meanwhile, in Jamaica, they would have loved for them man they do what them supposed to do, which is sleep with the door open, or at least you win that. Better yet, just you win that with bars. No, sir. It's just sometimes, we have to just relieve ourselves from the nonsense that's happening because it's like some people they not read the fine print. So here we go. Here we go. Tonight we did that. We're touching on the Tusk. Okay, me always get them name wrong, right? And it's Tuskegee. Okay, so it's Tuskegee. Tuskegee. Tuskegee airmen. It's spelled Tuskegee. Okay, Tuskegee. Pronounced Tuskegee. So what that mean? know your criminals. Stay away. Yes, thank you for that comment because that's true. Show me your friend. I mean, we deport him too. I want to go on tonight. Oh, yeah. A Friday night. A Friday night. I will feel nice. I think we need some more water. For real, we need some more water. Yo, so there's I keep on saying I don't want to do the sensationalism, but because most of it is still related to what's happening, right? It's still happening like pretty much the same. So them have the fact say Coca-Cola did not hire the illegal immigrants. Them. I gotta say this stuff with a straight face, but I can't. Coca-Cola did not hire the worker them illegally. And then when Trump go in the office, what the people them back here and they call Trump on people. The people them hire the illegal immigrants them. Make them on them run up like how much weeks I work and then call immigration for them so they don't have to pay them. Plus they collect the reward. No sir. No sir. Oh wicked it is. People, so there's a big boycott for on Peps on Coca-Cola. There's a big boycott on Coca-Cola because Coca-Cola is popular in their culture. I wasn't aware of that. But they're doing a big boycott like how they boycotted on Target and Walmart. But I'm just saying that it's still happening where these people wants to work you for nothing, right? They want to work you and pay you nothing. And that's exactly proof what they do consistently, right? Because they hire these people. They make these people work. And then when these people are supposed to get paid, they get police. uh, People, these things should be made up, but they're not. I'm telling you. Because you see, if you make up them things, yeah, them have a round room and wait for you. Say, yeah, you think so them things are funny? For real. So, may I touch upon the Tuskegee airmen. Was a group of primarily African American military pilots, fighter, and bomber, and airmen who fought in World War II. They formed the 33 second fighter group. Am I saying that right? Or 332 or 33 second fight group and the 477 bombardment group medium of the United States Army Air Forces. The name also applies to the navigator bombardiers, mechanics, instructors, crew chiefs, nurses, cooks, and other support personnel. So all of them was just named under United States Army Air Force. The Tuskegee, let me say it one more time. It's pronounced Tuskegee. Okay, Tuskegee airmen received praise for their excellent combat record earned while protecting American bombers from enemy fighters. The group was awarded 3 Distinguished Unit citations. All black military pilot who trained in the United States trained at Grill Field, Kennedy Field, Mutton Field. All right. Mutton Field is a public use airport located 3 nautical miles north of the central business district of Tuskegee, a city in Macomb County, Alabama, United States. The airport is owned by the city of Tuskegee. What? It is included in the FAA's National Plan of Integrated Airport System. Okay, Shorter Field and the Tuskegee Army Airfields. They were educated at the Tuskegee Institute. But you see, educate, let me say it. They were educated. We did smart. We are smart. They're educated at the Tuskegee Institute, now Tuskegee University, located near Tuskegee, Alabama, after 922 pilots. 5 were Haitians from the Haitian Air Force, and 1 pilot was from Trinidad. Go Trini! Go Trini! Big up on yourself, Mr. Trini. It also included an airman born in the Dominican Republic, scene, and 1 born in Jamaica. Big up on yourself. I don't know how you hear me I say, we're there everywhere. Seeing people, our history is so strong. History so strong. Everywhere we're there. The 99 Pursuit Squadron, later the 99 Fighter Squadron, was the first black flying squadron and the first to deploy overseas to North Africa in April 1943, and later to Sicily and other parts of Italy. The 332 second or third, I don't know if you said that. It's 332 and N. 33 sec N, 33, 33 2 N fighter group, which originally included the 100, 301s, and the 302s. It's the same thing, the ND at the end. I don't understand that. Fighter Squadron was the first black flying group. It deployed to Italy in early 1944. Although the 477th Bombardment Group trained with North American B-25 Mitchell bombers, they never served in combat. In June 1944, the 332 Fighter Group began flying heavy bomber escort missions, and in July 1944, with the addition of the 99 Fighter Squadron, it had 4 fighter squadrons. The 99 Fighter Squadron was initially equipped with Curtiss P-40 Warhawk. The Curtiss P-40 Warhawk is an American single-engine, single-seat, all-metal fighter bomber that first flew in 1938. The P-40 design was a modification of the previous Curtiss P-36 Hawk, which reduced development time and enabled a rapid entry into production and enabled a rapid entry into production operation service. So me know so they never finished them here, just like how them did with the big C joke. Okay. Yeah. Seeing. The 33-2 Fighter Group and its 100, 301s, and 302 Fighter Squadron were equipped for initial combat missions with Bell P-39 Air Cobras. The Bell P-39 Air Cobra is a fighter produced by Bell Aircraft for the United States. Bell? Them have brand back even in them days there. Force during, okay, for the United States Army Air Force during World War II. It was one of the principal American fighters in the service when the United States entered combat. The P-39 was used by the Soviet Air Force, which used it to score the highest number of kill attributes. The Soviet? Oh, so I guess Bell them did not sell it to everybody. Later with the Republic P-47 Thunderbolt. Eh. The Republic P-47 Thunderbolt is a World War II era fighter aircraft aircraft produced by the American company Republic Aviation from 1941 through 1945. It was a successful high-altitude fighter, and it also served as the foremost American fighter bombers in the ground attack role. Just say, right shoe, man, a pure money I make, Always money I make over death and destruction. And finally, with the aircraft with which they became most commonly associated, the North American P-51 Mustang. And that plane look bad still. The North American Aviation P-51 Mustang, see the name? Mustang, is an American long-range single-seat fighter and fighter bomber used during World War II and the Korean War. Among other conflicts, the Mustang was designed in 1940 by a team headed by James H. Kindleberger of North American Aviation. Tell them people I love war for make money, you see. When the pilots of the 332 fighter group painted the tails of their P-47 red, nicknamed the Red Tails was coined. Oh man, I'll tell you, say, so the red markings that distinguishes Tuskegee airmen include red bands on the noses of P-51s as well as red empennage. Okay. The empennage, also known as the tail or tail assembly, is a structure at the rear of an aircraft that provides stability during flight. See, now I learn new word again. Empennage. The P-51B, C, and D Mustangs flew with similar color schemes with red propeller spinners, yellow wing bands, and all red tail surfaces. Yeah, I'm tell you, say them brother, you have some gangster, The Tuskegee Airmen were the first African American military aviators in the United States Armed Forces. During World War II, black Americans in many U.S. states were still subject to the Jim Crow laws, and the American military was racially segregated. And you don't know the word segregation, separation. As was much of the federal government, the Tuskegee Airmen were subjected to discrimination, but both within and outside of the hut. So may I say, I know we have time for separate yourself for colors and them things there. All of the things them we keep us so separated then are the same things where we are used now for separate. Them separate you and now we separate ourselves. Right? Them use laws and all of them things there to separate we. That's why I keep on saying unity amongst us is one of the strongest things because we had it before. We had unity before when we never have no choice. Now we have choice, we have unity, we say we don't want that. We don't want that. Background. Before the Tuskegee Airmen, no African American had been a U.S. military pilot. You see that? Before them become the first. In 1917, African American men had tried to become aerial observers but were rejected. African American Eugene Bullard. Let me see Eugene Bullard. See one new name I find again. Just every time I jump in at them, I find something. I never come in at none of them something here and I find out somebody new. Eugene Jacques Bullard was one of the first African American military pilots. Yeah, me definitely I look for him. Eugene Bullard. Jacques Bullard, Jacque. And a man look like a man for real. Was one of the first African American military pilot. Although Bullard flew for France, okay, not the United States. Bullard was one of the few black combat pilots during World War One, along with William Robinson Clark, a Jamaican. Yo, we find the next one. We find Williams Robinson Clark. Woman couldn't. Williams Robinson. Williams Robinson. I have to go look him up. Whoa! Whoa! Who flew for the Royal Flying Corp? Whoa! Serving the French air service during World War One because he was not allowed to serve in an American unit. Bullard returned to infantry duty with the French. What do you mean? Fine, yo, straight up, my boy. And deny yeah, you still get to fly. And you don't know that. So. Jano, I'm so happy. So I thought, like, but tell you, so them history is so rich, you know. His history so. Racially motivated rejections of World War One African American recruits sparked more than 2 decades of advocacy by African Americans who wished to enlist and train as military avatars. The effort was led by such prominent civil rights leaders as Walter White. Okay, Walter White. So Walter Francis White was an American civil rights activist who led the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, NAACP, for a quarter of a century from 1929 until 1955. He directed a broad program of legal challenges to racial segregation and disfranchisement. Okay, fine. I'm gonna do some research on him too, because I tell you, say, many people that wasn't our color helped to fight too, you know. It wasn't just us. So I'm gonna write down for him name, Walter White. Just every time I come on here, someone, I tell you, say, I feel like them people is just alive because them is alive within us. And people are them just live them life in our amazing way. Okay, so what touch a man? A. Philip Randolph was an American labor unionist and civil rights activist. In 1925, he organized and led the Brotherhood of Sleeping Car Porters, the first successful African American led labor union in the early civil rights movement and the labor. Miss it. And next man, you saw again. Watch your man. So him A. Philip Randolph. A. P. H. I. L. I. P. Randolph. Okay, my goodness. Okay, so the effort was led by such prominent civil rights leaders as Walter White of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. So the NAACP labor union leader A. Philip Randolph and Judge William H. Asti. Asti is a black guy. Was an American lawyer, judge, educator, public official. Jesus. Hold on, mister. Me have to get for your name too. William H. Asti. Mm-mm. H H-A-S-T-I-E. I tell you, says like some book them every night. I come with an empty bucket full up. And Judge William H. Asty, okay, H. Asty now, a civil rights advocate. He was the first African American to serve as governor of the United States Virgin Islands as a federal judge and as a federal appellate judge. Oh my gosh, we have to go look him up too. So, appear greatness, appear greatness. Finally, on April 3rd, 1939, Appropriation Bill Public Law 18 was passed by Congress containing an amendment by Senator Harry H. Schultz. Okay, no Harry Herman Schultz, known as Harry or H. Schultz, was an American politician who served as a U.S. Senator from Wyoming. He was a member of the Democratic Party. So even back then, them have two party. Designated funds for training African American pilots. So them all have to put one amendment in, you know. So you know, so they can always amend anything where they want amend. If they want to amend it. Designating fund for training African American pilots. The War Department managed to put the money into funds of civilian flight schools that were willing to train Black Americans. That was willing. You see that though? Willing. Because some of them wasn't willing. War Department tradition and policy mandated the segregation of African Americans into separate military units staffed by white officers. Units staffed by white officers. Uno couldn't highlight white officer, because I don't know what white officer mean. As had been done previously with the 9th Cavalry, 10th Cavalry, 24th Infantry Regiment, and the 25th Infantry Regiments. Those are like cavalry, horse riding. When the appropriation of funds for aviation training created opportunities for pilot cadets, their numbers diminished. Hold on. When the appropriation of funds for aviation training created opportunities for pilots cadets, their numbers diminished the rosters of these older units. Okay, so they went everybody going at the pilot, and then all of those units, them kind of everybody say, yo, we don't want to stay on that. In 1941, the War Department and the Army Air Corps under pressure 3 months before its transformation into the United States Aviation AAE AA Force Armed United States Aviation Armed Force constituted the first all-black flying unit, the 99th Pursuit Squadron. Because of the restrictive nature of selection policies, the situation did not seem promising for African Americans. Since the 1940, the U.S. Census Bureau reported there were only 124 African American pilots in the nation. Okay, I just want to say something. In because the restrictive nature of selection policies, the situation did not seem promising for African Americans. Since in 1940, the U.S. Census Bureau reported there were only 124 African American pilots in the nation. The exclusionary policies failed dramatically when the Air Corps received an abundance of applications from men who qualified. The exclusionary policies failed dramatically when the Air Corps receive an abundance of application from men who qualified, even under the restrictive requirements. That's why I read this to make sure if say, okay, the exclusionary policies. Like say them create the things them to make people feel. And that may I try show you, you know. But even when them set it, we still pass. Many of the applicants had already participated in the civilian pilot training program. The civilian pilot training program was a flight training program 1938 to 1944, but I think these are the ones who never get to go into combat, sponsored by the United States government with the stated purpose of increasing the number of civilian pilots, though having a clear impact on military preparedness. Unveiled in late December 1938, CPTP Tuskegee University had participated since 1939. Testing. The U.S. Army Air Corps had established the Psychological Research Unit, Psych Ward. But tell you, so that people are not easy, you know. Okay, the Psych Ward. Now people talk about this, yeah. Okay, so a wide range of research methods are used in psychology. These methods vary by the sources from which information is obtained, how that information is sampled, and the type of instruments that they are used in data collection. Method also vary by whether they collect qualitative data, quantitative data. Now, me tell you, so them people are collect data from a long time, right? These people are always collecting data, research, all of these stuff. So this is what them carried out them research unit known as Maxwell Air Force Base, officially known as Maxwell Gunter Air Force Base, is a United States Air Force installation under the Air Education and Training Command AETC. The installation is located in Montgomery, Alabama, United States, occupying the site of the first Wright Flying School. I think it was named after the Wright brothers. And other units around the country for aviation cadet training, which includes the identification, selection, education, and you see, education again, and training of pilots, navigators, and bombardiers. Psychologists employed in these research studies and training program use some of the first standardized tests to qualify IQ dexterity. A standardized test is a test that is administered and scored in a consistent or standard manner. Standardized tests are designed in such a way that the question and the interpretation are consistent and are administered and scored in a predetermined standard manner. Understand? Okay, so to qualify IQ dexterity, and that may I try to show you. So you cannot have a mindset in stone, cement, or concrete headstone. None of them things that you have to have a mind with the ability to create thoughts and to use thoughts to design stuff, to work out maths, science. All of these stuff, your mind can't be set. Your mind must be fluid. So all of these people that I'm talking about, all of these people had the ability to think, not just the ability to think outside the box. Because the stupidest thing is when people say that stupid phrase. The very ability to think, that's IQ dexterity and leadership qualities. And I'm gonna talk about that already. A person will have a lot of skills. But to be a leader, you must be able to understand certain things. You must be able to communicate, empathy, you must show understanding, and leadership quality to select and train the best suited personnel for the roles of bombardier, navigator, and pilot. The Air Corps determined that the existing programs would be used for all units, including all black units. As at Tuskegee, this effort continued with the selection and training of Tuskegee airmen. The War Department set up a system to accept only those with a level of flight experience or higher education. Level with a level of flight experience or higher education. Everywhere it's education, everywhere it's education, which ensure that only the ablest and the most intelligent African American applications were able to. Hold on. Me see that right? The most intelligent African American applicants were able to join. Smart people are cool. From way back, we had to be smart. It was absolutely necessary to be smart. Airman Coleman Young. Next. See? And next, Coleman Young. Coleman Alexander Young was an American politician who served as mayor of Detroit in 1974 to 1994. Wow. But we only know about that brother there with the pipe. I never know this. Okay, fine. I'm gonna write down that brother there too. You see, I'm a paper full already. But I'm saying these are information that makes it so amazing. Coleman, Alexander Young, Coleman, Alexander Young, Young. Wow, to 94. So that's even like recent. Not that I mean, not recent, but in our times, it's not like it's before our time. Young was the first African American. Always, just to say I'm alive. Is that AI calling me again? Okay, so Young was the first African American mayor of Detroit and has been described as the single most influential person in Detroit's modern history. Hmm. Airman Coleman Young, second lieutenant, late the first African American mayor of Detroit. Wow. Told journalist Studs Terkel about the process. All upon this man, yeah. Like a real news reporter for real, Louis Studd Terkel was an American writer, historian, actor, broadcaster. He received a Pulitzer Prize for general nonfiction in 1985 for The Good War, and is best remembered for his oral histories of common American and for hosting a long-running radio show in Chicago. Wow, seeing all that man, they still famous too about the process. They made the standards so high, we actually became an elite group. But tell the same time you get when the rough gets rough, you just get sure. You see that? They made the standard so high, we actually became an elite group. We were screened and super screened. We were unquestionably the brightest eh? and the most physically fit young blacks in the country. We were super better because of the irrational laws of Jim Crow. You can't bring that many intelligent young people together. You see why? When I say why it's always can't keep it together. Because once we start think not about the waste garbage stuff when I make no sense, man. But you see it right there, so? Right there, so. This is why people don't understand sometimes, you know. This is why we're great. Because when all odds are against us, that's when we're at our best. That's when we're at our best. Jesus, the man said it right, yes, so. They made the standard so high, we actually became an elite group. That's why them no angry with book. Them no angry with nothing. Because anything we touch, anything we're serious about, we're screened and super screened. We're unquestionable the brightest and the most physically fit young black men in the country. Just imagine now if all of them youth are in the army or something and take them off of the street. Give them something where them can use. That's a that me I say if them take up them youth there and give them something where them can channel them energy and them mind power for something be so incredible. And this my dream about, you know. This is exactly what I dream about. Our ability, our unlimited ability. This you're right, yes, sir. You can't bring that many intelligent young people together and train them as fighting men and expect them to supinely roll over when you try to screw them over. Yes, supinely. Supinely. What supinely mean? Bend your spine, bow down, gravel, lick boot. Hmm. So I love this, I love this, I love this. I love this so much. I'm gonna tell you from the month start, you know, it's just gonna get better and better and better, you know. Because all of them people, I'm just I find just amazing people. First Ladies Flight. The budding flight program at Tuskegee received a publicity boost when the First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt, yeah, this lady again, I remember her. She did a lot for civil rights. She was married to President Roosevelt. And the funny thing about it is, me tell you, say, there's many people. That's why I say there's many people out there who fight our cause too. So that's why I say I have to give respect to the people who fight for equal rights and justice for all, not just for not just a skin color or a sex or anything like that. It's human rights we're supposed to promote. Humanity, right? So this lady did have a lot to do for a lot of our struggles, right? Maybe I should do a thing on her too. I mean, good is good. That me say good is good. People always are gonna do good once them good. People are gonna do bad. People where bad are gonna do bad. And me say that. Me say good people we do wrong. Bad people we do good. But then do more bad than good. So just because them do good, you know mean say them good. And some people take that and say, yes man, them good. Cause them them do one or two good. So that's why I'm asking all of them people, I'm not mind doing research, highlighting these people. Okay, so First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt inspected it on the 29th of March 1941. Yellow, something good to share. And flew with African American Chief Civilian Instructor C. Alfred Chief Anderson. Charles Alfred Anderson Sr. was an American aviator who is known as the father of black aviation. Black's foot. Me and figure drop him down to the father. He earned the nickname Chief as Chief Flight Instructor of the Tuskegee Airmen. So he was the cheese man. He was the founding father for train FHR RL. Every corner crevice you turn, you find somebody good. A whole up the But I can't wait for poem time when me I do poem. Cause me tell you say I write some poem before, you know. I'm tell you say it all related to them things. Yeah. That's why I'm tell you say I know some I did live before this your life, yeah. Right? I know me did live before this your life, yeah. And this is just a preparation for my next life, cause you see, if we're supposed to create the future how it's supposed to be, somebody's gonna inherit the future. But if we keep the past just the way it is, right, and not try to change it, there's nothing to inherit. There won't be an inheritance for them. That are the key thing, you know. There won't be an inheritance for them. So when you're looking at the future, that's why I say present, past, present, future, past, present, future. Just like my play yesterday when the youth them I listen to Abraham Thor and them I say I want to be like him. I want to be. That's the future right there. That's the present and the future. So there's the past. The past is not. It's not forgotten. It's not hidden. It's right there. We're the ones. It's our choices. We're the ones who choose not to be. Anderson, who had been flying since 1929 and was responsible for training thousands of rookie pilots, took his prestigious passenger on a half-hour flight in a Piper J3 Cube J3 Cube. After landing, she cheerfully announced, "Well, you can fly, all right." Some things were probably do up in the sky, ain't she? Cause you know, say, oh, when we come to the game, we come to play, we come to play. Yay, 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 yay. The subsequent brouhaha over the First Lady's flight had such an impact, it is often mistakenly cited as the start of the CPTP at Tuskegee. Even though the program was already 5 months old, Eleanor Roosevelt used her position as a trustee of the Julius Rosenwald Fund to arrange a loan of $175,000 to help finance the building of Motown Field. So she not just talk, she put her money where I'm out there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw when people asking me for the thumbs up and instead I press the thumbs up and I say, yeah, 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 my love, where am I dealing? But we not keep a free thumbs up. I'm having fun now. I'm gonna tell us a full hero is alive. The people them set the foundation solid. All right. 175,000. I wonder how much is 175,000 now. That me I gotta do one day. Formation. On the 22nd of March 1941, the 99th Pursuit Squadron. Close, look for them logo. Is a lion with wings. No, that look like one tiger still. What the 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 stars surround it. Wow, the formation was activated without pilots at Shunter Field. Sean Field. Is a decommissioned United States airfield Air Force facility located in Champion County, Illinois, south of an adjacent to Ratul, Illinois, about 130 miles south of Chicago. Its primary mission throughout the existence was Air Force technical training. Okay, a cadre of 14 black non-commissioned officers from the 24th and 25th Infantry Regiment were sent to Shot, Shantu, Shantu Field to help in the administration and the supervision of the trainees. A white officer, Army Captain Arnold R. Maddox, was assigned as the first commander of the 99 Fighter Squadron. Sometimes them people are coming with alias I try to do them things. But tell us enough times, because enough time I meet chefs, right? Who thinks that just because them name chef, them better than you. But trust me, I know the name chef cook the food. I know the name chef make delicious. And the skills make delicious. A group of 271 enlisted men began training in aircraft ground support trades at Shout Field in March 1941 until they were transferred to base in Alabama in July 1941. The skills being taught were so technical that setting up segregated classes was deemed impossible. This small number of enlisted men became the core of other black squadron forming at Tuskegee Fields in Alabama. So what I'm gonna do is just take two of these pilots and put them on a team, and they'll be like the lead, and they'll train those people, because that's me say. This is what me say. Each one teach one how to be better. Each one teach one how to be better. The whole idea of teaching is to educate a person on how to be better at whatever you're teaching them. So this is how it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to have grassroots in every community where them have certain things implemented. So like the kids them would be going to like would be like a college student or a high school student, and this high school student, two or three of them would be looking upon the kids them homework and stuff like those, right? To help them out outside of the classroom, right? So community teachers will have like different people in the community with assignment, because I'm telling you that when you live in a community, it's called community for a reason, because people come together to make situation better. When you call it ghetto, it's called get out or get your own, which means me nah go help you get for your own when me I try so hard to get my own. These are all things when me tell you say, because we accept these things as part of us, it becomes part of us. I say if just to show the example of taking off your shoes, putting on your foot, switching shoes, just to show yourself in a different person's perspective, right? You just take off your shoes and put it on, right? On the other side of your foot, and you will see. But me tell you, say, even doing that and you do it long enough, it becomes normal, right? So within our community, we accept these things over and over. When I go through the 12 colors and say, you keep on calling a woman the B word and the C word, eventually, right? They're gonna be desensitized to themselves actually calling themselves them names. Ladies, Miss Burgundies, all of them things, I know these stuff. So when I was learning these stuff and understanding these stuff, woman know I call themselves them name there. They don't think it's degrading. They don't think it's disrespectful to other women who don't see themselves like that. They're contributing to brainwashing other women. So just because they accept it and they're so, oh, I love calling myself that, other people are watching them calling themselves that. So it's examples within the community. What are we teaching each other? How are we teaching each other? You think some of them things are not important? They are so important to our growth. This is what I'm saying. When we were educated, when we were smart, it was natural. It was natural. I said it before, right? The same conversation I had with my brother today. So I'm saying, I'm say, we're talking about teeth. Him said nowadays a few teeth. No, me correct him and say no. Nowadays enough teeth. Before when we grew up, we know. We know one in our community. We talk about that. We have one junk, right? We sing all night for run duppy, right? You have one man with teeth goat. When you go them missing, you go him yard, you find you goat them, right? You have one man with broke in a shop. Anytime any shop broke in, you go find him. You have one of them little man who love touch goat. We didn't just have one and two in our society. But now it becomes like what them say, if you're not bad mind, you're not try. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If I'm gonna say I'm not gonna use that word. If you're not be mind, you know, you're not try because everybody be mind. It's common, it becomes natural. So everything what you do, if you tell a man to pull up him pants, you be mind. If you tell a man drive careful, you be mind. So at that me I say when we become the things that when we become what we accept, next thing, eat a food. Me say as long as you say yeah eat a food, then we make you do it. as lo- as long as them say it's like the pass, it's like that's a passcode for everything. Me I eat a food. And they go, oh yeah, eat a food. All right, go ahead, eat a food. So the things that we will accept in a food society is because people are not thinking anymore about what they're consuming within their brain. That's why I love talk, listen, read about these people because them people are really smart. While the enlisted men were training, five black youths were admitted to the officers' training school at short fields as aviation cadets, specifically Elmer D. Jones, Dudley Stevenson, and James Johnson of Washington, D.C., Nelson Brooks of Illinois, and William R. Thompson of Pittsburgh. PA successfully completed OTS and were commissioned as the first black Army Air Force Corps officers. In June 1941, my favorite month, Gushy time, the 99 Pursuit Squadron was transferred to Tuskegee, Alabama, and remained the only black flying unit in the country but did not yet have pilots. The famous airmen were actually trained at five airfields surrounding Tuskegee University, formerly Tuskegee Institute, Grail Kennedy, Motown, Shorter, and Tuskegee Army airfields. The flying unit consisted of 47 officers and 429 enlisted men and was backed by an entire service arm. On 19 July 1941, 13 individuals made up the first class of aviation cadets 42C. When they entered pre-flight training at Tuskegee Institutes and primary training at Motown Field, they were moved to nearby Tuskegee Army Airfield, about 10 miles to the west for conversion training and to operational types. Consequent, consequent, consequently, Tuskegee Army Air Force became the only Army installation performing three-phase of pilot training, basic, advanced, and transition at a single location. Initial planning called for 500 personnel in residence at a time. By mid 1942, over six times that many were stationed at Tuskegee, even though only two squadrons were trained there. Sardine can. Tuskegee Army Airfield was similar to already existing airfield reserved for training white pilots such as Maxwell Field, only 40 miles distant. African American contractor McKissack and McKissack Inc. What? So the man have all them own company from back then, incorporated to, was in charge of contract. The company's 2,000 workmen, the Alabama Work Progress Administration, and the U.S. Army built the airfield in only 6 months. Blouse and skirt. Talk me, I tell you, when we ready for do anything. I'm gonna tell you, so the people that bring in people from all over the country for fix. Why? I don't, you can't comprehend some of the things that don't make sense. The company's 2001 Alabama Works Progress Administration, the U.S. Army built the airfield in only 6 months. The construction was budgeted at $1,663,057. The airmen were placed under the command of Captain Benjamin O. Davis Jr. Captain. Okay, Benjamin Oliver Davis Jr. was a United States Air Force general and commander. Wait, let me not forget field name, sir. He's a general and a commander. Benjamin Oliver Davis. Literally, I write down the information here. People, me tell you I'm serious about this, because you see them things, man. Me just, me just love the very fact that we have so much heroes where we can highlight. One of only two black line officers then. Okay, the airmen were placed under the command of Captain Benjamin O. Davis Jr., one of only two black line officers then serving. Black line. During training, Tuskegee Army Airfields was commanded first by Major James Ellison. Ellison made great progress in organizing the construction of the facilities needed for the military program at Tuskegee. However, he was transferred on 12 January 1942, reputedly because of his insistence that his African American senators, sentries, and military police authority over local white. Ah, wait there. So, reputedly, because of his insistence that his African American sentries and military police had police authority over local white civilians. So when they commit crime, them him have to make them go. His successor, Colonel Frederick Kimball, let me see that brother, obviously, was a United States Air Force Brigadier General. Kimball graduated from the United States Military Academy at West Point, New York, in June 1980 with the lowest grade. But I really don't know more about that brother. Now you know what they said him there. Why would they put that the information out there? Just because, me say, even though them people don't write it down, we know I go and write through history. I am telling you. Then oversaw operation at Tuskegee Airfield. Contrary to new Army regulation, Kimball maintained segregation on the field in deference to local customs in the state of Alabama. a policy that was resented by the airmen. Later that year, the Air Corps replaced Kimball. His replacement had been the director of training at Tuskegee Army Airfield, Major Noel F. Paris. So them said, oh, crappy little man. This I want to know. It look creepy. I want to look creepy. What me tell you, so them people was an American brigadier general in the United States Air Force who was the white commander of a group of black airmen known as the Tuskegee Airmen during World War II. He was a key factor in the program's success. Lord of mercy. How was this man a key? Okay, I know what I say. Yes, I hear what you guys said. Counter to prevalent racism of the day, Parrish was a fair and open-minded and petitioned Washington to allow the Tuskegee Airmen to serve in combat. Okay, so I'm a little bit better. Not looking that the one before. People, me love history. I love our story. The strict racial segregation the U.S. Army required gave way in the face of the requirements for complex training in technical vocations. Typical of the process was the developments of separate African American flight surgeons. Flight surgeons? A flight surgeon is a military medical officer practicing in the clinical field of aviation medicine, which is also occasionally known as flight surgery. To support the operation and the training of the Tuskegee Airmen, before the development of this unit, no U.S. Army flight surgeon had been black. Training of African American men as aviation medical examiners was conducted through correspondence courses until 1943 when two black physicians were admitted to the U.S. Army School of Aviation Medicine at Randolph Field, Texas. This was one of the earliest racially integrated courses in the U.S. Army. 17 flight surgeons served with the Tuskegee Airmen from 1941 to 1949. At that time, the typical tour of duty for a I'm home. Okay, as we continue. Okay, maybe I should send a text. Yes, that's better. I'm in class. Hold on, people. There's always gonna be. There's always gonna be. There's always gonna be what we call it smoke break. That's it. There's always gonna be smoke break. Yes, I work in an industry where everybody has to. Well, people get their smoke break because it's the law. Imagine that. I work in an industry where smoking is the law. You get to smoke. You have to get your smoke break. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't smoke. I only smoke my competition. I always said that. You smoke? You want a cigarette? No, I only smoke my competition. And but we will continue. Training of African American men as aviation medical examiners was conducted through correspondence course until 1943 when two black physicians were admitted to the U.S. Army. School of Aviation Medicine at Randolphville, Texas. This was one of the earliest racial integrated courses in the U.S. Army. 17 flight surgeons served with the Tuskegee Airmen from 1941 to 1949. At that time, the typical tour of duty for a U.S. Army flight surgeon was 4 years. Six of these physicians lived until under field conditions during operations in North Africa, Sicily, and other parts of Italy. The chief flight surgeon for the Tuskegee Airmen was Vance H. Matchberg Jr. Okay, and next one I have to go find. That me tell you, so we can't. It's like our history cannot. It too rich for we not deep. Like it's too rich for us not to look within ourselves to see how great we are. That's why I'm gonna say if we continue, it's like there's so much content on all of these people. There's so much content we can dive into. We can find. Come tell you, if somebody has this is what them a talk about on them YouTube channel. This is what I'd listen to. I'm telling you the honest truth. Come tell you, so when I hear some of this stuff, them some of the time, it makes absolutely no sense. It makes no sense. But them have 2,000, 10,000, 5,000. Now I understand that that's what the people them like. But me sure say if them have them things, yeah, people would like it too. Maybe not as much people. And that's what I'm saying. It's not everybody needs to be doing. Just the people them that's necessary to be doing. If it's a petition, I want to create the petition, right? I want to give it out to the right people so they can circulate it, right? You reach out to the like-minded platform because I tell you so before how much platform I reach out to on YouTube, right? And if you're not pay them, they're not interested most of the time. Or them feel say if them call your name or something like that, them are gonna lose like 50 follower or 100 follower. And I know say people can't join as much channel as them want. There's no limitation for how much channel you can join. So all of them things that I don't understand people's like their mind if it's just frozen or if it's just missing because one of them is happening. We just know say one of them are gone, right? So again, myself, them the information that's here for us to share and enjoy because I'm loving this. I am just I always hear about the Tuskegee air air force man, airmen, right? But it's not a lot of, unless you can find the information, read the information. The accumulation of washed out cadets at Tuskegee and the propens- propensity propensity of other commands to dump African American personnel, and dump is in quote, right? African American personnel on the post exacerbated difficulty of administering Tuskegee. Okay. The accumulation of washed out at Tuskegee and the propensity of other commands to dump African American personnel on the post exacerbated the difficulties of administering Tuskegee. A shortage of jobs for them made these enlisted men a drag on Tuskegee's housing and culinary department. Lord of mercy. What am I say the people them yam enough, right? So I don't know if they're saying these people are the people them were not good in a other department, then bring them over here so and just dump them off on them people, yeah. And then people have to take care of them. Because I tell you, sometimes in time they writing on them own code. You have to decipher it. Trained officers were also left idle as the plan to shift African American officers into command slots stalled, and white officers not only continued to hold command but were joined by additional white officers assigned to the post. So which means they are the same position and double it up and them and get the same big money. Just like politician. Because the politician then go through the window, right? You give them a window opportunity, then go inside, right? Them open up the door and let in all and then criminal friend. So them would have double up and get big money, same here. One rationale behind the non-assignment of trained African American officers was stated by the commanding officer of the Army Air Forces, General Henry Hop Arnold. My brother, you know. Was an American general officer holding the ranks of general of the Army and later I was an aviation pilot, general of the Army and later general of the Air Force. Okay. Arnold was an aviation pioneer, chief of the Air Corps, commanding general of the United States Army Air Force. The only United States, I guess he hold dual position. Negro pilots cannot be used in our present Air Corps unit since this would result in Negro officers serving over white enlisted men. You know what I want to say? You know what I want to say? We tell them people, you know, me not see where them people get them brain from, you know. The man say, this is one general, Henry Hop Arnold. Negro pilots cannot be used in our present Air Corps unit since this would result in Negro officers serving over white enlisted men, creating an impossible social situation. I'm gonna go on, yeah, so because I'm tell you, say, sometimes when you listen to these people and see how them people think, they don't think. There's there's so much information on these people. But I say, this is this is history too deep, right? So this is part one of the Tuskegee airmen. Our history is too deep, we ignore it, yeah, so. So I have to return, do a part two, because part one nice. So we history really, really rich, I. People, thank you so much for stopping by. Because the whole thing about it is everybody have them niche. Everybody has, you know, them point of view. And as long as your point of view makes sense to somebody, right? It's worth saying. As long as you not hurt nobody, disrespect nobody. And that's not what I'm here for. Me here for sure say, no matter who says we're not great, we've proven that we're great over and over and over and continue proving that we're great. And we're going to continue to prove that we're great. So that's why we're not supposed to take away nothing from each other because we have enough. We have tons and tons and tons. Thank you, people. Always more to come. Always more to come. Always more to come. People, wanna press up the thumbs up button yet? Because I don't know, so I have to press up the thumbs up button, right? Again, tonight was about the Tuskegee airmen. I'm gonna say this is part one. I'm gonna say me talk about that already, so I'm gonna do part two, three, four of all of the story them what we do because it's so in depth about everything and the richness of us, the greatness of us. I wanna give a shout out to to producer Wayne, cause I tell you say would I love to see the initiative of people throwing ideas out there. Why don't we just create this program? Why don't we just, start a group? Why don't we do this? Why don't we? Because we can and we should. Any idea where you have, you supposed to think and say this idea is good enough to share with somebody. And if it's good enough to share with somebody, why not share it with somebody? Because it don't make no sense. We have all of this for ourselves. I tell you, say one of my biggest thing my whole life is that knowing so much and understanding so much. And I did start before when I did them video camera things them, right? But just to have the space now for just say how I feel about certain things. I help one person, two person watch my video them. That's what it's supposed to be. Because I tell you, say it's not everybody wants to see them boredom. Some people want different things, different experience for the stimulation for the mind. So suppose them hear a poem where them never hear before. Suppose them just a phrase or something. If you said if you make them go, whoa, this is worth Im- improving on. Because that's why I'm saying the people them when I play them tape, right? It's me not play them tape to criticize them. I'm playing their tape, right? Because they're saying something that's worth listening to and sharing, right? So if all you're gonna do is just take a person's tape and criticize them, that's easy to do. And I'm not saying like you're not supposed to do that, but I'm saying there's so much avenues because I know I said no, right? Everything makes sense, but when everybody start decipher everything and break, well, he did say this before this and that, and you know, but usually the good contents they don't get shared, they don't get the likes and the reviews I'm supposed to get just because, right? People have some stigma against sharing something that sound good. And I don't like say them I run out there and I tell them, look at me, I'm listening to something smart. And who cares if you listen to you're supposed to listen to something smart. It's not a curse. Just because them people are curse it, it's not a curse. To be smart, to have intelligence, to have a conversation, communication. And that me say, oh, everything was based on these things before. When they bring in argument. Because sometimes me I listen to the people them and instead of say conversation, they must say argument. I don't know, say just saying argument, it triggers something in a them brain. Say argument is a fight. They can only if you say argument and the next word you're gonna say about argument is what? Problem solving? That's two words. What we just say? We are gonna say, right? You're gonna say fight, and then you're gonna say weapon. But before you probably said two word, two. But when you say argument, it just triggers something in a people. When you say conversation, communication, them words there, You're not supposed to be afraid of words, you know. We're not supposed to be afraid of words, but we are. Some words we're afraid of. Like say, it's a disease. And them not afraid of disease. Make sense? We feel use, expand. That's what I'm saying when them people when you listen to these people and see how these people carry themselves, it's inspirational. And that we're supposed to do for each other. Inspire each other. So each other can look out for each other. The better the community, the bigger the community, you know. Because at that producer say himself, look, it's a global, the whole world, right? So you can solve a problem yourself, and the same problem solve yourself can end up solved a trillion mile away, or you know, far enough away to say it's far. Because sometimes some people forgot the pizza store them say that far. Yeah. So it's all depending, always depending on us. But someone that come out tonight because to them I never do a live, right? And I say when I do my live to them, I don't want to make up for not doing a live today. But then when we do the live tonight, I have the lady on her channel. Uh, and if you rewind it from the start, she was the one who was doing her own channel. Everything, all the information is there. I big her up too. I big up Daniel TV. I big up producer Wayne TV. I big up there's Debbie Jervis TV. She's still doing her thing. There's Rosie Unstoppable TV too. She has her own channel. She does cooking, but she hasn't done a cooking in a while. I think so. I don't know if you just go up on her channel and tell her, say, yo, what go on? If you do a live or two live or cook something and put on your channel, we have to encourage each other. We have to make it better. If you don't want to make it better, you can't complain about it. If you can't give a solution, then you know the problem. And if you not talk about 10 problem, you must be talk about 11 solution. You can't just say, oh, problem, 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 problem. It's so turn off. It's a turn off now when everybody just talk about the problem. I want to hear something different. And that's what I'm here to bring. Something, 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 and all kind of something. You see it? Manners, respect. You see me stop use, you see me all from it took me a while to take out the hand out of manners, respect. Because enough time I say it, but over and over me I get it better. Manners, respect, manners, respect. Turn it in a one word. Because the two of them balance. And we don't need no glue between. No go between. Scene. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't know the thing already. Tomorrow at 2 o'clock we're going there. Yeah, we're gonna find some other hero to talk about. We're gonna find great things to talk about because there are great things to talk about over here, so. Wanna see it? Wanna see it? Big up this too. There's have him one channel too. Big up this. See it? See it? See it? See it? See it?